Hey guys, Cameron here, and welcome to part 2 of our board games reviews. So what happens when you take the obscure, the odd, and all of the occult? Well, the game is simply called Atmosfear. Atmosfear is a weird, odd kind of game. It's simple and strange, but just as terrifying. The object of the game is to be the first one to get around an entire board with all of the keys, while also writing down and putting your greatest fear into the Well of Souls. The object of the game is to get all the keys, and if you're the first one there, and if it's not your fear, you win. But if it is your fear, you end up being banished. Truly sad stuff. The object of the game is made even harder by the fact that there are both fate and time cards, which could halt your progress. Now you may be wondering, what does time cards have to do? Well, let me explain. Atmosfear is special as it's one of the first and only games I've seen that also employ a DVD element. Players would have to take out this DVD here and plug it into their DVD player. On the DVD, you'll meet the gatekeeper. Every time gatekeeper comes up, you would have to answer, "Yes, my gatekeeper." It's fairly simple, but it can be hard because the gatekeeper basically controls the game. If he doesn't say something's right, you get banished to the black hole and you're stuck there until you get out. Unless you have a key. Keys are basically your main collectibles. You've got to collect one key from all 6 spots on the map. Get close to the middle and you unlock the wells with all your keys. But the problem is, look at all these keys. Look at them. There's so many. Up to 8 6 players can play Atmosfear, and honestly I'd recommend it because look at these creepy characters. It's basically a game aimed to play around Halloween, though they can be odd. These are the game pieces, by the way. They're basically Halloween decorations that also double as wee finger puppets. The characters include a weird Dracula one, the Mad Hatter's top hat, a jack-o'-lantern, a werewolf head, a mummy, and this. Atmosfear again falls into that category of games where you have to use dice to go around the board, and honestly it's pretty good. Honestly, it feels like a gambling game, and which helps because you're literally gambling with fear. As for the time and fate cards, each one has a different title on it, and each one gives you a different choice. Like, take this card for example, from the fate set. All players return one key to the realm in which it was found or roll their number to play again. Yeah, it's all about dice rolls, conciseness, and just trying to get to the end. The way you get a key is by landing on a key space. Let me show you. Different spaces. Different spaces. You have there's a duel space where you actually fight other players. There's a clock space where you take the time cards. A skull space, which I think is where you get the fate cards. And a flight space, which I'm actually not sure what that does. Maybe it summons Icarus. I don't know, make up your imagination. The point is, these spaces make you want to keep playing and also want to... The thing is though, the gatekeeper is crazy. He pops up at any point of the game, but you only have 49 minutes to play the game before the time expires. Speaking of time, here's a time card. And I think these cards only work if you have one that corresponds with the exact time on the DVD. On the DVD, you are playing, like this card says, at 34:55, screams stop. The opponents you scare must give you all their time cards. Then, of course, with this card, you would return it back to the pack. So yeah, all in all, Atmosfear is a really great game to see. Plus, it's one of the only games that includes a DVD. Now, I don't know about you, but that's actually pretty enjoyable. It's a board game, but it's also a video game because it has a DVD in it. But all in all, Atmosfear is just one of those games. But of course, you have to wonder, if you were to play, what would your greatest fear be? Because if it's not your fear, then stop the game and win. And if it is your fear, it's your deepest, darkest fear. Banished! Atmosfear is one of the first ever games to actually employ other technologies. It's a video game that also comes complete